Hi everybody, in this video you can see me playing on hard mode, and I'm going to show you a build that makes basically even this area and many other encounters super easy. Now basically in hard mode, again the parry is more tight, but still I got used to it, so it's not really a problem for me. By the way, this item can be also very good with the build that I'm going to show you. But because there's no room for mistakes in certain fights, because you can get one hit, by the way I'm going to show you that I finished it with the highest difficulty, expert. Now I'm going to show you the items in a moment. I just want to explain how it works so you can see, and then I'm going to show you which items I use for this fight. First of all, it's very important to initiate the fight. Alright, so I wanted the item there, and this is on, again, on expert mode. So basically what I need to do is put all my defenses up, right, as fast as possible. So what I need to do now is get into defensive mode. So I can use Spark, for example, or Percy, but Spark is cheaper, you know, so I'm going to use Spark and I'm going to enter. You can actually see the icon blue one near the 3. If it's blue, it's defensive. So I turn into defensive mode once I execute this attack. Alright, so you see now, defensive. Now, defensive, this gives me minus 50 damage reduction. Now for Monoco, I will apply shield on myself, right, because it doesn't have the damage reduction. And is relatively low health, so I'm executing shields. Alright, just to give him protection. You can see that I'm parry with her, I'm start getting shield. I'm going to show you what I use and you can understand. So already getting AP and I getting shield. Now both of them are already protected. So now even if I make mistake, it really doesn't matter because I have enough shields to do well. But we're going to do even more than that. Alright, now we're gonna apply Shell. So this gives us extra 20% damage reduction for the duration. Now you can actually see it, once I execute it well, both of them will get it. You can see a shield icon underneath their portrait avatars at the bottom. And let me just skip to it so we can actually see. It's called Boucheclier Fortify, alright? So it gives shells, so you can see I'm activating. Take a look at the bottom right, you can actually see that I'm getting shield. Now, if, by the way, I'm on the green heavy shield, I'm also going to get shield. Alright, so pay attention to that as well. So now you can see that they are shielded, have damage reduction.
Ready to parry.
Now, remember, just if something goes wrong, you can always revive, right? But this is just makes you so, like, this makes things so easy that it's easier for me to do than the easier mode, where I actually didn't care about much, so I was actually more vulnerable. If I make a mistake, although again it really didn't matter that much because the damage wasn't that high, but here real damage doesn't really matter. Here I'm executing again the ability to make me continue staying in defensive stance, but you will need to parry, right? So there's no way around it because most of the damage here, especially when you go defensive, is going to come from the counter attack. So also make sure to use Pictos that and luminous that increase the counter attack damage, so to be higher. Keep in mind there are also items that can of course deal damage that would break the stance, so you can actually use them. You can see two things working here. You can see that is parry, so she gets shield, and also if I miss, it doesn't really matter because it's not getting damage because again they hit the shield. And of course what you can do is give her shield before a turn to protect her when they start attacking her. Again, depends of course on the timing, on the speed. It's important to know that this complement parry, right? You need to parry in order to make it work well. For Monoco, alright, the most important things are this one, Boucheclier Fortify, apply shield, right? Also again, if you are green, you're going to apply shield as well. And Cruler barrier, apply shield, alright, to target. So these two are among the most important things. Just show you. Again, it wasn't really optimized. I just put a few things for the task, so it's not like the build is perfect for this. But I'm using a light weapon, which is good against them, light against dark, right? And here use protective heal, healing an ally, also apply shell for 1 turn. All right. Again, you don't need it, but you know, just in case. Powerful on shell, apply powerful on applying shell. For the most important thing is for her, right? This is the core. So this is I'm going to show you where you can actually get it, the location. This is Chalium. You see light also good against them. Again, the build is not optimized for it, but nonetheless, it works well. On defensive stance, gain 1 shield per parry. Lose all shields on turn start. 10% increase light damage with skills, and the 20, by the way, I unlocked later on, but you give 50% increase counter damage per shield. If there wasn't really a big cap on the damage, it would be even crazier. All right, so this is what I use. What I use here. Yeah, this is not really important. I told you not everything is designed for the fight. But the most important skills here. Yeah, reapply current stance. Perceive Spark. Spark is cheaper, so you can get into the defensive stance. You see she has this, but this will break the stance, so it's not really useful. All right. Yeah, so this is basically the nutshell. Of course, you can be more another to the party and some more synergies. I just want to keep it simple, so I tested it, with 2 of them. Of course, when you have more time and shields up, you can shield another one. So again, there's no problem with that. You get the perfect timing. You also, all 3 of them will gonna get the shell, and also maybe if you have green, they're also gonna get shields. So instead of just guarding her, you can guard another one, maybe a healer or whatever, another character. So you have a lot of time for that, basically. So this is just the core mechanic that works very well. So if you bring these 2, you're gonna have a blast in doing hard mode, and it's very good in so many situations. You need to parry, yes, but it really complements parry so well. So this is basically how to make your expert mode into something that feels even easier than story mode. Yeah, unless you want to do no hit or whatever, again, just this is kind of will protect you for mistakes that might come, that can make bosses one-shot you if you didn't have these defenses. So yeah, so people thought that maybe expert mode is going to be harder. No, because it forces me to create a build that makes things even easier. But you might say maybe this element of the weapon is not good enough, because some enemies are weakened to other elements. But this is where the level 20 comes into place. You get 50% increased counter damage per shield. So it compensates for the lack of damage you can deal with certain element to certain enemies. So this is very important to remember. Now for the weapon, where it's located. It's going to be in a sinister cave. Alright, so that's what I read, so I'm just sharing. Alright. When I read on the wiki, they said it's in a sinister cave. Alright, so yeah, that's the location.
What have we here?